Cuba, it's me. Welcome to episode 278 of the W.I.L.L.I.W show, which stands for Wrestling is Life. Life is Wrestling. What do you do to get through the winter break wrestling withdrawals? Do you have withdrawals from wrestling? It's a slow time of the year. Not a lot of shows go on. So if you're a wrestler, manager, referee, whatever, you're not getting a lot of gigs. Not a lot of shows on the TV. All the pay-per-views are done until we got the whatever the New Japan one is, and then the Royal Rumble's coming up, and it's a time to reflect. Like for me, I really do go through withdrawals. I think of wrestling, and I'm like, I wish I was wrestling this weekend. But I try and just look at it as, I'm gonna look at the year in a whole and help motivate me what I did good, what I did wrong, and fire myself up so that in the next year I can come back even stronger and have hopefully even more successful year. But it's hard, man. Like, do you go and watch old matches? Do you just take a break from wrestling? Some people just take a break. Like instead of going through withdrawals, you just take a break and then come back at it even hungrier than before. But I know for a fact, like not a lot of promotions run during Christmas week, because no one's gonna come to it really, and no one has any money left anyway. But what do you do to get through your wrestling withdrawal when there's no shows to go to? Some of the training centers even take time off if you're someone that's still going and get, wrestling around in the ring, whatnot, and get some practice. Do you wrestle with your kids if you have any? Do you still practice wrestling? Do you think about wrestling? Do you study film? What do you do to get through? For me, I do that. I watched almost all my matches from the year, and I go through them and just try and reflect and try to be positive as well. But yeah, it's nice that there's some excitement going on. Having a cameraman really makes it great for this time of year, so I can live through vicariously through his excitement and stuff like that. And but still, it's not the same without wrestling. That'd be the perfect time to do wrestling too, when you don't have to go to work. If you have a little bit of time off, you can heal your body up, and that actually is one good thing about there not being wrestling shows for a little bit, is the body can take a much needed breather and try and creep up to that 100% mark, although I don't think it'll ever get to 100%. But yeah, I want to know from you guys, obviously, what do you do when there's no wrestling to go to and there's no wrestling to watch? And a lot of wrestlers aren't, they're doing their own private thing. Everybody's not out there talking about wrestling. There's not a lot of, usually there's always something going on in the news with wrestling, but during this time it's definitely a slow period. And then it picks right back up. The new year starts and boom, we're off to the races again. But let's hear from you guys. What do you do when there's no wrestling? Because as always, on the W.I.L.L.I.W show, like, or you get a leg drop, comment, or you get a clothesline, subscribe, or you get a suplex. I'm your host, Elian Habanero. I love wrestling. Cuba!